Asteroid Annie's Cosmic Adventure. Once upon a time, in the vast and endless expanse of space, there was a small, curious asteroid named Annie. Annie had been drifting through the cosmos for billions of years, ever since she was born from a spectacular collision between two larger asteroids in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Unlike most asteroids, Annie was filled with wonder and a deep desire to learn about the universe around her. She dreamed of exploring distant stars, planets, and solar systems, and one day she decided it was time to begin her grand adventure. Annie's journey began in the asteroid belt, a region filled with rocky remnants from the early days of the solar system. This belt, located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, is home to millions of asteroids, ranging from tiny pebbles to the dwarf planet Ceres, which is about 590 miles across. As Annie floated among her fellow asteroids, she felt a gentle tug from the sun's gravity. She knew this was her chance to break free and explore the wonders of the cosmos. With a determined spin, Annie set off on her incredible journey. The inner solar system, a rocky neighborhood. Annie's first destination was the inner solar system, home to the four rocky planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These planets are called terrestrial because they have solid, rocky surfaces. Unlike the gas giants farther out, Annie zoomed past Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. She marveled at its crater-covered surface, scorched by the sun's intense heat. "It's so small and fast," Annie thought, as she noticed how quickly Mercury orbited the Sun, completing a full orbit in just 88 Earth days. She also learned that Mercury has no atmosphere to speak of, which means it has extreme temperature changes, from scorching hot during the day to freezing cold at night. Annie wondered how anything could survive such harsh conditions, but she also admired Mercury's resilience. Next, Annie drifted toward Venus, a planet shrouded in thick yellowish clouds. She learned that Venus was incredibly hot, even hotter than Mercury, thanks to its dense atmosphere of carbon dioxide. "It's like a giant greenhouse," Annie exclaimed. She also noticed that Venus spun in the opposite direction of most planets, a mystery that fascinated her. Venus's surface is hidden beneath its clouds, but Annie imagined the volcanic plains and towering mountains that scientists believe exist there. She also learned that Venus has a day longer than its year. It takes 243 Earth days for Venus to rotate once, but only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun. As Annie continued her journey, she approached Earth, the third planet from the Sun. From afar, she admired its vibrant blue oceans, swirling white clouds, and green continents. "What a beautiful planet," Annie thought. She even spotted the Moon, Earth's only natural satellite, orbiting gracefully around it. Annie wondered if there were other asteroids like her who had visited Earth long ago, perhaps even bringing water and organic molecules that helped life begin. She also noticed the thin layer of atmosphere surrounding Earth, which protects it from harmful solar radiation and makes life possible. Annie marveled at the diversity of life on Earth, from tiny microbes to towering trees, and she felt a deep sense of wonder at the complexity of it all. Finally, Annie passed by Mars, the red planet. She was amazed by its rusty, dusty surface and the towering volcanoes like Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system. "I wonder if humans will visit Mars one day," Annie mused, as she noticed the planet's thin atmosphere and icy polar caps. She also spotted Valles Marineris, a massive canyon system that stretches across the planet's surface. "Mars is so fascinating," Annie said, as she imagined rovers exploring its terrain and searching for signs of past or present life. She also learned about the possibility of terraforming Mars, changing its environment to make it more Earth-like and She wondered if humans could one day call Mars home. The outer solar system. Giants and ice worlds leaving the inner solar system behind, Annie ventured into the outer solar system, where the gas giants and icy worlds awaited. These planets are much larger than the rocky ones, and are made mostly of hydrogen, helium, and other gases. Her first stop was Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system. Annie was awestruck by its swirling bands of clouds and the great red spot, a massive storm that had been raging for centuries. "It's so big," Annie exclaimed, as she realized that Jupiter is more than twice as massive as all the other planets combined. She also marveled at Jupiter's many moons, including Europa, which scientists believe might have a hidden ocean beneath its icy surface. Could there be life there? Annie wondered. She also spotted Io, a moon covered in active volcanoes, and Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system. Annie learned that Jupiter's strong gravity helps protect the inner solar system by deflecting comets and asteroids that might otherwise collide with Earth. Next, Annie visited Saturn, famous for its stunning rings made of ice and rock. "Those rings are so beautiful," Annie said, as she floated past the planet. She learned that Saturn's rings are made up of billions of tiny particles, each orbiting the planet like a miniature moon. Annie also explored Saturn's largest moon, Titan, which has lakes of liquid methane and a thick atmosphere. "It's like a whole other world," Annie thought. She also spotted Enceladus, a small moon with geysers of water shooting into space. "So much to explore," she exclaimed. Annie imagined what it would be like to dive into Titan's lakes or fly through Enceladus' icy plumes. Annie then drifted toward Uranus, a pale blue planet tilted on its side. She learned that Uranus spins almost horizontally, unlike any other planet. "How strange and unique," Annie said, as she admired its faint rings and icy atmosphere. She also noticed that Uranus has a system of moons, some of which are named after characters from Shakespeare's plays, like Titania and Oberon. Annie wondered what caused Uranus to tilt so dramatically, perhaps a massive collision long ago. Her journey through the outer solar system ended at Neptune, the farthest planet from the Sun. Annie was captivated by its deep blue color and the supersonic winds that whipped across its surface. The Kuiper Belt, and beyond, icy frontiers, beyond Neptune. Annie entered the Kuiper Belt, a region filled with icy objects and dwarf planets like Pluto. She was thrilled to meet Pluto, a small, icy world with a heart-shaped glacier on its surface. "Even though you're not a planet anymore, you're still special," Annie said cheerfully. She also encountered other Kuiper Belt objects, like Haumea, which is shaped like a football, and Makemake, which has a reddish color. Annie even spotted Eris, a dwarf planet slightly larger than Pluto, and learned that its discovery led to Pluto being reclassified as a dwarf planet. As Annie ventured even farther, she reached the edge of the solar system, where the Oort cloud begins. This vast, spherical shell of icy objects surrounds the solar system like a cosmic bubble. "This must be where comets come from," Annie realized, as she imagined these icy bodies being pulled toward the sun and growing glowing tails. She also learned that the Oort cloud is so far away that it takes light from the sun over a year to reach it. Beyond the solar system, a galactic adventure. Annie's journey didn't stop there. She decided to explore beyond the solar system and visit other stars and planets in the Milky Way galaxy. She passed by Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun, and learned that it has a planet called Proxima Centauri b in its habitable zone. Could there be life there too? Annie wondered. She also visited the TRAPPIST-1 system, where 7 Earth-sized planets orbit a cool red dwarf star. 3 of these planets are in the habitable zone, where liquid water could exist. So many possibilities for life. Annie thought excitedly. As Annie traveled through the galaxy, she marveled at the diversity of stars: red dwarfs, yellow stars like the sun, and massive blue stars that burned brightly but lived short lives. She even spotted a neutron star, a tiny but incredibly dense remnant of a supernova explosion. "The universe is full of wonders," Annie said, her rocky surface glowing with excitement. The wonders of the universe. Annie's cosmic adventure taught her so much about the universe. She learned about the planets, moons, and stars that make up our solar system and beyond. She discovered the importance of gravity, light, and the delicate balance that allows life to exist. Most of all, she realized that even a small asteroid like her could have a big impact on the universe. As Annie continued her journey through the cosmos, she carried with her the knowledge and wonder of everything she had seen. She knew that the universe was vast and full of mysteries waiting to be explored. And so, with a heart full of curiosity and a spirit of adventure, Asteroid Annie drifted on, ready to discover even more of the incredible wonders of space. The end.